I told you many times to put it down.
And you're holding a gun!
Put it down.
Police officers sometimes act as if they can do whatever they want. But what happens when their targets fight back? Here are instances of civilians standing up to corrupt officers. First, there's Officer John Smiley, a 14-year veteran with the Boulder police, who harassed Zada Atkinson, a 26-year-old college student, while he was picking up trash outside his home on March 1, 2019. Atkinson confronted Smiley, who was harassing him without cause.
I couldn't help but notice you just sitting on the patio out there.
What's that?
I couldn't help but notice you sitting on the patio behind this building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's signs for no trespassing, private property, that kind of thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing, if you lived here or you worked here. Yeah, it looks like you're working, doing something, picking stuff up. Okay, gotcha. What's the actual address then? Okay, what unit are you in?
I don't think I have to actually tell you that.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here, that's all.
I just told you I lived here.
Okay.
I told you that I'm working as well.
Okay.
Should that be enough for you?
Well, I gotta verify it, just so I know that you do in fact live here.
What do you need from me?
If you have an ID with your address on it, that'd be great.
Officer Smiley began by asking Atkinson if he lived on the property and requested identification. Annoyed, Atkinson handed over his student ID, but Smiley was unsatisfied because it didn't show his home address and didn't believe him.
Do you have anything with your address on it?
Yo, look, man. Here, why don't you follow
just
me
relax.
and I'll just fucking leave the building, dude.
Just chill out, man.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
I'm just asking you if you have something with your address on it, then that would help me.
No, I don't. How am I supposed to have something with my address on it?
Well, a lot of people have a driver's license.
They just carry something with their address on it?
Yeah, an ID.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. So, Mr. Atkinson, can I get your date of birth, please?
Why?
I just need to verify who you are, that you belong here, that you have a right to be here, okay?
Are you kidding me, man?
Can you have a seat, please?
No.
Mr. Atkinson.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
290 code 12. Can you please have a seat?
No.
Put that down. Stop.
After showing his ID, Atkinson suggested Smiley follow him to the building to confirm his identity. Smiley ignored this and continued questioning him. Frustrated, Atkinson resumed picking up trash around the house.
Mr. Atkinson, right now you're obstructing a police officer, which is a jailable offense. I'm asking you one more time to sit down.
I'm not doing anything wrong. And you're not going to arrest me. You're not going to do anything. Because I live here. And I didn't do anything wrong.
Last chance, sir.
Well, what?
Have a seat.
Well, what?
Sit down. Right now I'm detaining you and investigating you for a trespass.
I fucking live here, dumbass.
Sit down. Sit down.
No.
The situation escalated as Atkinson continued picking up trash while arguing with Smiley, who followed him to the back of the building, revealing his true nature as a police officer.
You have a dangerous object in your hand and you're failing to put it down.
I'm picking up trash.
Put it down. You're being
me.
detained.
Your hand is on your weapon, and you're gonna shoot me? That's what you're gonna do, officer?
290, we're still
You're
behind
gonna shoot a resident on his
2333
property for
Subject
picking up
is failing to
trash.
comply.
That's what you're gonna do, officer?
Sit down, sir.
Why don't you use your brain?
I asked you several times.
Use your intelligence. Are you gonna kill me?
Several times I've asked you.
Your hand is on your weapon.
Yes, it is. I threatened because you're not putting that down. Yes, it is.
I'm picking up trash.
Put it down. I told you many times to put it down.
And you're holding a gun.
Put it down.
And you're holding a gun.
Sir, put it down.
And you're holding a gun. Dude, you're not gonna get away with murder. You're not. Not today.
290, it's gonna
Not
be a
today.
wrap.
You're not gonna get away with murder.
Sit down.
I'm not sitting down.
Look, I don't want this to go any further, but you need to comply with my orders.
I don't have a weapon.
That's a weapon.
This is a bucket.
No, that's a weapon. Right there.
This is a clamper for picking up garbage, sir.
Put it down. I'm telling you, I'm threatened by
It's
it.
not a weapon. You're not threatened. I'm threatened. You have a fucking gun that kills people. How am I supposed to kill someone with
Sit down,
this?
sir.
Dude, no. Keep that.
Sit
that
down.
there. He's got his gun in his hand.
Body cam footage shows Officer Smiley pulling out his gun without justification, claiming he felt threatened by the trash picker Atkinson was holding. This made the situation even more tense, especially since Atkinson was being racially profiled. Even when more officers arrived and pointed out Smiley's errors, the situation didn't calm down.
He's got a gun!
Sit down!
He's got a gun!
Have a seat.
He's got a gun!
Sit down.
Gun. What do you mean? This is my property.
290, we're still giving him verbal commands, trying to get him to comply. Sit down and drop that object.
I don't have to do
Sit
anything.
down and drop it.
I'm on duty doing my work and my job, and this officer comes over here and
Drop the object.
Just relax.
Are you serious?
Just
Oh,
relax.
video. Look at that. No, I'm not doing anything.
Have a seat. Drop it.
I'm not
Drop
living
it.
here.
Drop it.
Why do you all four of them look good? All four of
The police are telling you to do something. Do it.
You have a gun in your hand.
Yes, I do, because you're not listening.
You have a fucking gun
You
in
have
your
a
hand.
weapon.
I don't have a
Drop
weapon.
the weapon. Drop it.
I don't have a weapon.
Drop it now.
Focus on me.
What
Just
are you
focus on
doing?
me. Focus
No,
on
what do you
me.
mean? Focus
Drop
on
it
you. There's
now.
fucking 6 of
Just
you.
relax.
Just drop
Put
it.
that object
Really? This is
down.
my property.
We just
We're not going anywhere. You
I
need to
live
drop
here.
it.
I live
I haven't
here.
confirmed that yet.
I live here.
I told you I'm
This is my
investigating a
whole thing. No, right here.
trespass.
I fucking live
You
here.
didn't give me your address. That's the first time.
All
Have a
of
seat.
you are fucking threatening me on my property. I live here.
Hey, listen.
I'm a resident
The first thing
of
you need
this
to
fucking
drop
property.
that
I'm
item.
picking up garbage from my fucking dorm. I go to school here.
Drop it.
I
Just
go
drop
to
it and
school
sit.
here.
Okay, just talk.
Don't fucking tell me
No
what
one's
to do. You
pointing
guys don't have a
anything
goddamn fucking right to be doing this to me.
Sit down
I'm a
and drop
citizen
it.
of this country.
Sit
I
down.
fucking pay my taxes.
Please just
I am a
relax.
student,
Just
and
put
all of
everything
you
down.
have weapons drawn, and I
Sit
feel
down.
threatened.
Sit down and drop that
No.
object.
I will not sit down. I refuse to sit down
Will you please
until you
put
guys
that
put
down?
your fucking weapons away.
All right, watch this. Watch
Put
this.
your
Here we
goddamn
go.
weapons away.
Right there. Can we talk?
Put your fucking gun away.
At least 5 additional officers arrived on the scene, and disturbingly also Atkinson as a threat, drawing their firearms on a man picking up trash. During the ongoing dispute, another officer who entered the building came out and told Smiley he was wrong.
Okay, these nice people here told me that you are a resident.
Oh, wow.
So Zay,
What a fucking
that's what we were
surprise.
trying to find out. Okay,
What a
just,
fucking surprise. I gave him my ID,
okay.
and then he started taking down my fucking information, telling me this, that, and the other thing. And then I walk away, and he pulls his fucking taser out
So
on me.
Zayd, I'm listening to you, and I just appreciate if you could sit. Okay. So Zayd, if you were willing to sit down, this would bring everything down a little bit, and we could start finding out
I
everything goes out.
do not feel comfortable sitting down around a bunch of fucking murderers.
Okay. Here.
I gave him my ID. He knew who I was. I said my name was Zada Atkinson.
Okay.
I gave him my ID. He asked me what the address was. I said, let me walk up to the door and beat myself into the building. And he refused to let me walk to my house.
Okay, Zayd. I'm hearing what
How
you're
is that okay?
So
How is that okay?
I'm understanding you're upset.
What do you mean you're
290.
understanding I'm upset? He came out with a shotgun.
Okay.
Of course I'm upset. He pulled out his
He has dropped his weapon.
and said that I'm a
We're currently
threat.
trying to get him to comply.
On my own property, I'm a threat because I'm picking up
Okay,
garbage.
take a step back or two for me, okay, so that I can feel.
Why don't you get off my property?
Okay.
Why don't you get off my
That's
property?
what I'm trying to resolve.
Why don't you get off my property and stop telling me what to do at my fucking house? How about that?
If you were willing to sit down, we could talk about
I'm not sitting down.
Okay.
Why don't you go home, officer?
Right.
And why don't you guys go find some real criminals instead of wasting my goddamn time? How about that? I fucking live here. You think this is a joke? I fucking live here. You were ready to shoot me down. And you didn't know a goddamn thing. You're wasting all our fucking resources.
I didn't even point my gun
You're
at you,
wasting
sir.
all our resources. There's people out there actually committing crimes.
Like, can I
How do
tell
you
you something?
feel?
Can I
How
tell
do
you something?
feel? You're ready to jump out of your skin because you know you fucking made a dumb mistake today.
Can I tell you something?
No. I don't want to hear it. I
Okay,
want you to get
why
off
don't
my
you talk to
property.
my partner,
I
then?
don't want to talk to any of
Right
you
now, I need you to
boys.
sit down
I want
so we
you
can
guys
figure
to
it
get
out.
off my property and stop wasting my fucking time.
That's not going to happen until I confirm who you are and what you're doing.
After hearing Smiley's version of events, which differed from the body cam footage, the building owner confirmed Atkinson's story. Embarrassed, Smiley muted his body cam, realizing his mistake. This incident highlights how the ability to modify records undermines the purpose of body cams.
So we confirmed that he lives here, right?
How the fuck?
No,
Well, he just did.
Okay.
Parker just did. He confirmed that he lives here.
according to him, he lives here. He just provided a unit number. Finally, I don't have a date of birth. I don't know who he is.
Okay. All right. So let's. You got his information in terms of his name and all that.
I just have his name.
Okay. Then give him his
You're a
ID
fucking
back, and then we're out of
jackass.
here. Yeah, because we
You're a
already confirmed he's
jackass.
there, and this
You got the
gentleman
wrong
here just said,
person.
yeah, he works here and lives here. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think he just.
Smiley later resigned rather than face suspension or firing, and Boulder agreed to pay Atkinson a $125,000 settlement. He should have received that amount from each officer who drew the gun. But the story of corrupt cops doesn't end here.